Do you need an agent to purchase a home? Let's talk about it. First, let's go over the reasons why buyers don't want to use an agent. They think that they'll save money if they don't bring an agent, that the seller is going to give them a better deal if they don't have an agent there, so they're going to save money in the long run. That's just something that I've heard a lot. Two, and this is probably a bigger reason, they feel like agents don't do anything. A lot of people say, well, I found my house. I went online and I looked up everything and I found the house that I want to put an offer in. So why am I paying an agent all this money when I did all the work? Now listen, I understand these concerns. I get it. I heard it and I understand them. Like I don't think they're invalid for you for having these reasons, but they're just a little skewed in my opinion. Now, buying a home is going to be the biggest financial decision that you ever make. Why wouldn't you want a professional to help you? Now think of it this way. If you were driving your car and your transmission went out, which mine just did, so this is why I'm using this as an example. But anyways, driving your car, your transmission goes out, and you understand that you need a new transmission. So you decide that you're gonna do it yourself. Have you had any experience doing a transmission or putting it into a vehicle or dealing with it or taking it out or anything? No, you haven't. But because of YouTube and Google and everything else, I'm sure you could figure out how to put in a transmission into your new vehicle. It takes time, it takes money. Now, a process that could have took an experienced mechanic a week or less to get done is now kind of spread out between a couple of months to almost a year, just because you wanted to save money, because you didn't want to pay a mechanic because they're overpriced and they're not worth it. Now listen, if it's me and my transmission goes out, which like I said, it did, I call up a mechanic right away. I get a few quotes, I get some information of what I need and hand it over to a professional, to somebody that's going to get it done, that I have faith that's going to get done right, it's going to get done properly, and I'm going to be okay driving my car again. Now that's just a car, right? And that's a lot of money, but now we're talking about a house. We're talking about the money that you want to save for the biggest purchase that you're going to have. Let's talk about why you should use a realtor to purchase a home. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of research. Having that knowledge on neighborhoods, having knowledge on homes, having knowledge on the market and the prices can definitely, in the long run, save you money. And I know you're thinking, well, I'm not using an agent because I want to save money. When you don't use an agent, a lot of times you end up spending more money on a home because it's either overpriced, repairs need to be done, or something was overlooked, and you could end up paying more for a home by not using an agent. Another reason you should use an agent is because we know contracts. Now, buying a home, you have to sign a contract, which is legally binding, and it needs to be done correctly. Now, if you don't understand contracts, you've never dealt with a contract, you don't know the legality of a contract, then why would you put your name on something that you don't understand? Not only are we dealing with contracts and laws, but these things change all the time. We just went through a change with NAR and the Utah state, and they put in new forms that we have to sign. But as agents, we know this. We've been briefed on it. We understand what they're for. We understand how to use them, and we understand how to explain them to our clients to make sure it's done properly. We put the time and effort into the education, and to continue our education every year. We have to renew our license every 2 years. So that means that we have to continually take courses on what's changing. Markets change, home prices change, loans change, contracts change. We know these things. Sellers are going to have representation for themselves. If you find a home and it is listed by an agent, then that agent has a fiduciary obligation to that seller, not to you. As a seller's agent, we want to do what's right for our seller and get them as much money as possible. Legally, we're not obligated to to help you and to sit down with you to figure those things out, which sucks. It does suck in the long run, but that's why the seller got an agent, and so that they can have somebody that is advocating for them and trying to do the best for them at all times. Another reason is good agents get deals closed. If an agent has a good reputation, is well known, other agents know that when they put in an offer, they're going to follow through, that they have, things are going to get done, there's no surprises, then honestly, your agent can be the reason why your offer gets selected over another one. There's nothing worse as an agent than having to tell your seller, hey, that great offer we had, it fell through. Their loan, they're not going to get approved for the loan. They don't have enough money. They got scared. They didn't do their research. They don't know. I know it doesn't make any sense, but having a good agent that is well known and is known for getting things done can be the reason why you get an offer accepted. Even if yours is not the highest offer on the table, they still would look at your offer because of the agent that represents you. So having an agent could be beneficial in that sense. But the biggest reason why you should have an agent represent you is because you have somebody that has your best interest in mind. They are representing you. They have a fiduciary duty to make sure that what you want, that your wants, your needs, everything that is best for you is what they are trying to do. You just need somebody on your side when you're going through this whole process, this decision making, this financial thing. Agents do a lot of stuff in the background as far as making sure that your lender, your title, your closing, your escrow, the seller's agent, but they're doing these things on your behalf. One, buying a home is stressful all in itself. No matter if you have a great agent or not, it could be stressful and overwhelming. But just think if you didn't have a good agent or you had no agent, just how stressful and overwhelming this could be. Having somebody that advocates for you, to make sure that you're getting the best deal, that knows the market, that you're not being taken advantage of, that they are helping you every step of the way, that they have professionals on their side, that we can get things taken care of, that we can have things looked at, that we can get things quoted at, is gonna benefit you in this whole thing. Do you need an agent to help you purchase a home? Short answer, no, you don't. You don't actually need to use an agent. You can represent yourself in the transaction if you would like. But I hope that this gave you enough information to let you know that should reconsider and have somebody on your side to help you get through this whole thing. Having an agent, having a professional, having somebody that knows what they're doing, that works on your behalf, is going to be the best thing that you ever do. You just want to make sure that you're taken care of. At least do research on it. At least try to figure it out and find an agent that you vibe with. Find an agent that you can talk to, because that is a big important thing as well. You think that you're saving money by not using an agent, by not having representation. In all reality, you probably are spending more.